a bit too high. I think at the same time, if you quite a bit, it can become very bonkers, but right now, yeah, definitely playing around this. Also the fact that the hero is so immobile. It's like, what is it? 80 to... Otherwise they would be other heroes to deal with push it.
I will point out that this lane will be pretty annoying for Snako though on the top, because you know you mentioned those creeps he can take. I don't think he's gonna level it. Not what the heroes he's against in this lane, both a Mirana and a Doom. If there was any lane that screamed no creeps for you, it's got to be this one. No smoke movement again from LtW. To the same place previously. I feel like you're getting... I mean, you know, it's the mind game, right? The first time they didn't see it coming. Second time, like, fooled me twice. They wouldn't do it again. But just to be safe, we won't be in the area. Yep, like, done this before.
30 seconds.
Oh, they want to try it again. That's so cute.
You actually might.
Where are you going?
If they could maybe force out dissimilar level, you'd feel good about level 1 at least. That's not going to be the case.
Deny.
You have learned nothing.
Rest easy, child.
Well, at least the vision's gone. Rune's going to be important for the Void Spirit on this lane. He won't have the easiest of time as well because, you know, you can't rely on your Resonant Pulse because of the Dispel on the Invoker. And then you are a melee squishy hero against Cold Snap. So pain. There will be some pain. And this is an easier hero for FN to execute if he builds a lead, right? Compared to last game where he had this silencer that looked cool for about 5 or 6 minutes and then started to kind of chain feed.
And he was good, and then back to back that.
Yeah, they were kind of like, we can do that too. And FM's like, oh no. They have too much mobility. Just a little less mobility this time around. I mean, obviously, later on, 33's like to do a doubling dagger. But early on, at least, you're less vulnerable.
You have learned
this
nothing.
game. First wave so far in the mid. Troops barely being touched so far. I say that. Baranya now with 4 denies. I mean, he's missing his own CS a little bit, but it's worth these early denies. That's actually a ridiculous amount to have at this stage. What's your Bloodsport lane here, by the way? Were we gonna see people bathing in blood?
Hard to say. There could be something happen from lane out. I feel like the shaman might be.
Yeah, I think it's whoever gets level 3 first, right? But you're not even getting a chance to get level 2. If they move in with the Ink Swell, they get 1 bash, Immersion's going to be dead. Luckily for him, or not luckily, he's still gone.
He just got the Orb Venom delivered to him. They get both level 2, and you just...
I mean, I don't think Toast quite does it. He looks a bit burnt there. And you know, if you're not careful, especially Fada's early XP injection, he's gonna get level 3 very quickly here.
They might have just had another kill there. Either had been prepared. I feel like there was some...
We'll say it's lag on the Void. The best thing about online tournaments, guys. Worst comes to worst, everything can technically be blamed on technical issues. And it's very hard to disprove this. By the way,
a lot of things can be.
But on LAN, you can technically disprove. Because there's usually a judgmental admin there that proves that you just don't know how to use a keyboard. The admin in this series uses his keyboard too well.
Kyle.
We love you, Carl. Brania is just completely slaying this bit, by the way.
Yeah, he's doing very well. You can see also just the It really levels the difference.
In fact, FN needs to be a bit careful there. Luckily, because the Resonant Pulse was too weak, he couldn't bottle up. Because if he gets to dissimulate, that might have been a kill. And FN has gone more aggressive with his starting items. He goes to the early blades of attacks. You know, he's not as strong on the defensive, even with 2 points of class. I don't think we talked about this top lane. The first 2 or 3 waves were looking really good for 33, but it's turning into a bit of a slog for this Doom.
I mean, Wraith King has get a few levels in this. Not. Did get the chainmail. Tankier, but had a few good. He had one of those harpies. Quite a bit.
Yeah, and Valkyrie's gone for the mana burn that he likes to get so often. And he's going for that soul ring. Don't see too many Dooms do it, but I've noticed he regularly goes for it. He just understands this kind of cheap small camp creeps can get a lot of value as a caster. By the way, Baranya was forced back to base because FN did pick up the illusion rune.
Also used skiters actually. And I'm not sure I've seen him go for this double ring of read.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tangos. Swimming in cash.
Gonna make a little bit of a splash. We'll see if it keeps going, because the problem is on the other side of the map, someone else is, you know, swimming in the cash as well. Hasn't got as much because he didn't get the kill to start the game, but he might get a kill now. The 33 being slowed. This is depressive. Scorched Earth. He just about gets to walk away thanks to Milan, but yeah, not feeling good about that. He hasn't got any regen on the way, I don't think either. Nope, just the soul ring. I hang around though. I mean, level 2 Devour, it might sustain you, but if you get stunned, you're done.
Radiant's courier has been
Nice snipe out by Merchant, actually, getting the Corey on the way back. That's why you pick Shaman. His high base damage allows him to snipe Couriers back out. And if he snipes enough of those...
How many Shaman have to... Shaman to be a... I don't know where I was going. I was going for the how much would check.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you. I'll tell you where you go with that. If you pick Sniper Pos 4, see, because you said snipe, would have had the same relevance as we're probably going to see out this Shaman. All right, now we have encouraged Immersion to prove us wrong, which he will totally do.
The one thing about this so far, if you look at this kind of description, having
Radiant's top tower
Doom's
is
gone
under
so
attack.
far.
Mid. Immersion's gone. Sorry, I had to focus on that after I just insulted him, then bigged him up. I wanted to see the outcome, and the outcome is Shaman die easy. Whoops. Yeah, like you say, you know, the start of the game, especially the scare, is good. And a Faceless Void who gets off to a good start tends to kind of overshadow anything else happening in the game. That's kind of been a historical pattern for the last month of competitive Dota. If not longer.
Camp, but killing this beast.
Maybe both. They definitely have the damage of a Grimstroke, especially when it's already up to level 4. Farter, he has smoked up, but he's looking to time this because they know they're going to get 6 in the chrono on this creep wave. Wrap wide to get some more down as well. Merchant did suspect this. What you can do about it though? Oh, the award successful. While that's happening, I get distracted because 33's down in the top lane. FN with the rotation on point. And 33's game is...
Dire's middle tower is under
good.
attack.
I mean, I wanted to say it looks better than the Beastmasters, but it actually doesn't. Because the CS, they're a bait. A lot of them have been the Skelly Bros.
At the same time.
Two out of 3 lanes. I'm going to be happy with that. Look at how much gold Baranya's got. Rune is elsewhere, but FN ignores Baranya, moves past, looks for the easy kill on a Farter. Inkswell comes out. Farter is actually going to be able to escape this Baranya. Tries to save the day. Does get hit up by the shackles. They'll still lose Sparta. Branya, he has got the astral step, but the Hex is going to be there. He needs to move fast. He will get up to the high ground. That impetus hurts. A lot of pressure coming out around that mid lane, though. Feels like it doesn't hurt Live to Win to have to respond with that many heroes either, right? Because LtW, he is at a self-sustained point now. There is no pressuring him.
At the same time, the bottom habit. Higher level.
Right now, they're looking at each other. He's just going, Immersion, just stay out of chrono range. And if he does, save me. Might be hard to save, considering Sparta, you know, even at level 4 already has that point in Phantom's Embrace. Just such a high value
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
skill allotment as well against the Shaman. Here they go. Time outlay now on Pink as well, Silence as well. There's nothing that Immersion can do. They're trying to punish this, but Skiter will be out of mana, and they'll be able to chase him down. He doesn't have any way of getting any mana, so FN's rotation is on point. Pays dividends.
I really like. Void jumps in versus Mascon. He's forward.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
About to hit Sig.
Radiant's bottom tower
They are
is
gonna be
under
able to do
attack.
a lot of damage. Unless
They're hesitant.
there's no creep wave.
Not
Void
just
is about
that.
to respawn. Ornea is also.
Yeah, they spot it with the ward. So they'll jump on FN. He's on half HP, able to get the tornado out, and all of a sudden Branya needs out. So another one astral step doesn't move forward. The 4-man chrono gonna come out. Skittle looking for the kill. FN's able to find it. Branya. So the spell's coming off cooldown, but the chapter's gonna control him up. The arrow free to get one on the creeps, but now Skittle trying to bash in. We'll be able to get it. They had to use the primal roar to try and turn on Branya, but he's gonna stand his ground and push forward with his sisters Skittle and Milan. Try and run through some additional kills. The Seneko, one bash would secure the kill. Not getting it yet. There it is. Triple kill for Skittle. And what was a great start to his game is looking even better as we hit past that 10-minute mark. Oh, Milan with a cheeky steal.
One heck of a game.
It's kind of just been a constant up ramp, right? If we talked about Skitter's performance this series, game 1, he'd rather we didn't discuss that. Game 2, he's in the mix. He's squaring up against his opponents, and now he's definitely in the limelight in this third game. He's going to be going towards that battle. Yeah, he's just calibrating. That's all it is, you know?
I thank you.
And the concern is that he's going for this Battle Fury. He's got this amazing start. LtW's realized he can't. There's no way he can compete with that. He's going for this armlet. So, like, while Live to Win are going to have this quick timing, it feels like you've got a very fine, small window to try and slot yourself through. And if you miss that window, it's just going to become the Void Show.
Catching up quite well. Been on track, like getting closer.
Go off that enabling type of build as well. Going to the Solar Crest, which with the start Skitter's had to this game. Anyone caught in that chrono is just gonna just be 404 not found. Sneko might not be found for long. Inks well gets him low, but he did get the heals off. They're able to move away. The Snakes were committed as well. With that 7 wards down, they held their Smasher as well. This tier 1 should be full on, but the Moonlight Shadow, they'll be able to find Beastmaster. He's doomed up. The Simulator follow through. The damage is good. EMP to try and zone them away. Birdie free, going to be turned on. Yes, Beastmaster falls, but he takes the other offlaner with him. That was not the way that mudgolems were expecting that to play out. And Milan, he's going to also fall. Nothing the father can do to help. Still doesn't have a point in Soulbind because he didn't think they needed it.
Dire's middle tower is under
Maybe
attack.
this is what we weren't seeing. This is the way, you can utilize Shaman. If for some reason your opponents decide to fight you right next to the Serpent Wards, should have a favorable fight.
Yeah, I mean, aside from pushing bottom one tower though, kind of showing.
He's at least keeping pace for Milan in terms of farm. You know, these boss balls are about even. And once you get that Aether Lens, it should be easy to stay away from the fight and still have a kind of big impact with this lockdown, especially considering you're going to need that against this Faceless Void as off to the start he is. And smoke.
Radiant are scanning.
What's your primary target? I mean,
is under
33
attack.
doesn't have the Doom anymore, so you're probably looking for Baranya. You can catch him. You could punish. There's a counter smoke coming out. A wraparound as well. LtW is going to dangle in the mid
Radiant's
lane.
bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know if you can
Radiant
defend this now if you're
structures are
mudgolems.
fortified.
Oh, and I feel like that move kind of
Radiant's middle
telegraphed.
tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
definitely coming from this.
Yeah. And on a choke point, mudgolems make themselves a little bit obvious. Just trying to get rid of the creep so LtW doesn't feel confident.
Dire's
Down here like this. Look, the armlet, that's hard.
Yeah,
He's not scared. One Raw's going to come out. Baranya in trouble. Wraith Blast pull up as well. With the stakes down, they commit it. Perfectly placed. The Chrono's going to be committed now. Skiter needs to be a little bit careful out this Shaman. It starts up and dead. Wraith King, the next target, but Skiter decides against it. With the Serpent Ward's there, they have to move away farther. Look at start up Seneko, but has to run away. Wraith Blast going to come out. Sunstrike is off the mark, but it doesn't matter. They get the kill under the Grimstroke nonetheless. The tower as well. To win, coming out ahead, and considering use Chrono for that, mudgolems not feeling good at all.
Did lose their mid laner in the process. However, very close to this Battle Fury.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Enough
Gonna
time
be
to get those wards as
minutes.
well.
Battle Fury map. Very, very far ahead of it.
A big improvement. I mean, last game, what was it? I think you got about 20 minutes to Battle Fury. So,
Right before 20.
and still the impact you made down that game. I mean, admittedly, Baranya at this point in the game was looking a lot more cozy on his voice spirit, but he's still not bad off. You know, third in the net worth chart. Meanwhile, top Milan does get picked off, but you're a Marana. It's really not the end of the world. Like, the biggest problem is you find that kill as live to win, but the creep wave's already pushed in, so you can't now use that to try and leverage a tier 1 push. It makes you wonder, you know, for live to win, is there this time pressure that you're starting to feel in this game? Like, we can see it clearly with the net worths. But you have to imagine that, you know, live to win understand that they are falling behind in the net worth department substantially at this stage.
Dire's middle tower is
Let's
under
get those
attack.
Vegas though.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, even mudgolems knew about it. There isn't really a way that they can contest it. They don't have Blink Initiation on the Doom. They don't have the Chrono for 40. Free Roche.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Roshan has fallen to the dungeon.
An instant smoke.
Dire's
All right,
middle
live to
tower
win. How do
is
they
under
need to open
attack.
up this fight? Like, what is your target now?
Find the Faceless Void.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They say
He doesn't
deal.
have the Aegis.
Dire's middle
We see him.
tower is under attack.
Not the Aegis, sorry. Side, but I mean,
He
Void
doesn't have any
Aegis, nor
protection.
BKB. Not really any.
Nicely read by mudgolems though. They agree. They're like, Skitter's the primary target, just a little bit too fast. They'll sell for someone else instead. Milan, caught, able to leap away though. Nice cover from Baranya to save the day. They'll ping him out, moving in. Chrono on the freak, does connect. The damage from the Battle Fury is coming in onto the two as they're stacked on top. Prime Road to try and save the day. The Soulbind has already done the work. Buyback will come out from the Shaman. They've lost the Aegis. FN in a bit of trouble. LtW does show up to assist. That arrow is a little bit awkward for Milan, but it's just that please don't hurt us further. Arrow. Not
Nice
bad.
chrono there by Skiter. They get kills. I mean, kill on Sonic. Also, basically, they also think they got the Shaman, right?
Yes, they got 3 kills, 1 buyback coming out of immersion. So I said, like, the net worth again is felt. I mean, that was live to win's play to lose, basically, having the Aegis like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna continue kind of with this bottom lane, but Tide and Fada is gonna be here.
Radiant structures
They don't
are
care about no
fortified.
stroke of fate. Doesn't work
Dire's
against
structures
Serpent
are
Woods.
fortified.
True
Radiant's
plan.
bottom
And the Skelly
tower
Bros
is
are here to
under
assist
attack.
as well with the fours. Of course, the problem is you're committing all these resources here. And just like last time, like last game, where's Skiter? Other side of the map.
Radiant's
Bombing up the
bottom
storm.
tower is under attack.
Got you twice.
Yeah, Alpha now starting to respond. I think the goal here for mudgolems is trying to see if they can catch someone on the out, right? Like let 1 or 2 TP away if they do, and then pick at the bones of the carcass.
Dire's top
And the thing
tower
is, I mean,
under
you see how much they're
attack.
grouping, right? It's like, kind of struggling. Level 11. Let's have the vessel. Can't have a medallion yet. While LtW is about it. Dire squad. That is only level 8.
Even the shaman's a higher level. Speaking of that shaman, he's spoken of no more. That's his dieback. Gone for a whole minute. 33's hunting, but the board does slow him down
Dire's
enough.
top tower
Afterlife
is
will be able to
under
TP away as the remnant was still on cooldown. Long ass TP, by the way. That almost went very wrong for Afterlife there. But he gets away with it. The problem is, losing a hero like that, after you've more or less 5-man in that bottom area, isn't a good sign when you consider that Skitter's going to have another chrono in 10 seconds and now has a BKB to play with. So, if there was any moment.
Basically, he's like a entire item ahead.
And they've got combos outside of chrono, that's the thing. Big team fight combos, you know, Soulbind into double doom. They've got follow-up stuns after the chrono because you can arrow someone in it, of course.
Shadows take us.
Not that easy. If you're live to win, you need to be the ones starting the fight, and you need to be finding a pick instead of being started on. Shaman gets caught out and brought down in an instant. That should set up an easy push onto a tier 2 if they want to. They might. Yeah, it looks like they're going to set up around this tier 1. They're expecting Live to win to try for the split push now that they saw what happened in the mid. But then will not bite.
Almighty money.
I guess if you live to win, like what can you do right now? It feels like you need to try and maybe split the map by another 5-10 minutes, but you're against this Battle Fury board.
The awkward part is that they shaman and hit. It's gonna be slightly easier to try to get these hexes off from some angle from fog. Like realistically, you kind of need to get the gas range talent. Also need a blink on either the beast. Properly jump some.
Speaking of getting jumped, goodbye, Captain. Like it gets brought down there. I think you're right. Like when I look at the way that Live to Win have drafted this game, it really does feel like this lineup was meant to have taken all the enemies out of towers like 21, 22 minutes, and they're not going to hit that timing. They really
they're nowhere close. I also think this bottom lane kind of not go at all the way they would. This last big grim kind of helped the lane quite a bit. I also think this shaman has not really had any impact so far in the laning state. Kind of in terms of pushing, I have barely made any impact.
No, it's been a case of I think the only time it looked kind of good was in the mid, right? When the chrono goes down next to the wards. It's like, oh, it's not too bad. Other than that, it's just been a case of any objective these wards get committed to was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Smoke though. Let's see if they can change our opinion of the mass serpent wards. Still only level 1. Wrap around.
So difficult for them to like hit this one.
Oh, they got detection still. They're going to move in on the Void Spirit, trying to bring down the Sunstrike. It might be enough. Primal Roar to 33. Then the Soulbind stances are coming out. 33 trying to move away quick enough. He's used that Doom, but is it going to be good enough? They're able to bring down 33. They'll chase forward on an immersion, trying to find some vengeance. He might die, but they'll just be able to get the deny anyway. So good fight coming out from Live to Win.
Has been killed.
No chrono used by Skiter though, so might just see mudgolems try and go as soon as they're 5 again. But Live to Win, they didn't have to use much for that. You know, they still got the reincarnate to play with. Primal Roar will be up again in 60. It's not the biggest of deals. Does feel bad not have the 7 was.
Still have some tools. The thing they had to use was, I mean, I think that the issue for now, like, Look at their levels. Far behind. 10. Evoker level 3. Falling way behind his faces.
Yeah, it feels like you need to kill. If you're not killing, then you're not going to get enough XP to even keep pace here. But Skiter is just so hard to kill at this point. 2.2k HP, BKB.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's kind of ridiculous. Milan in trouble, trying to move away. Doesn't have a lead for 3 more seconds. They can't get the final hit out though. Tornado actually protects him. The arrow that was coming through for the Necronomicon, if that hits first, you have the kill, but not easy to calculate for. LtW will be avoided at all times. Once he has that alacrity on with the death, so it's just whoever's next to him gets instantly deleted.
Like they have to play. I don't know. I think they kind of need to play more aggressive.
When people get up in his face, where's your follow-up? This is always the awkward issue for them. And now they're going to be turned on, stunned by that arrow. Wraith King will be able to turn. Primal's going to come out of the crit as well. They get one more skin, it's going to go down, but they can't. He gets the time walk off. Soulbind's going to link two together. They cut the back line. Void Spirit trying to split up the fight will return to his team, where 33 has fallen to LtW. Raniel will be chunned under on 2 next. They can't quite find him though. They cut down the trees, trying to chase forward. Armlet toggles are good. Hex is going to come out of Fada. There won't be any reinforcement. The arrow does get the kill on the first life of Wraith King. They don't want to follow this up. With 2 dead already, they will not use the chrono.
Exactly. Putting him up front, or he gets some nice on the toggles there to get even better. But I think that's how they need to be. Far up front, he needs not afraid of dying.
Shadow.
He might be though. He doesn't have reincarnate. He's going by the arrow. He's gone. No way out. This was try for the armlet toggles, but once the both voids arrive, you know you're done.
Yeah, but that's the thing, you know, it is risky, but I think that's how you need to play when you're kind of getting this far behind. You need to be willing to take, otherwise you're not going to get back in. Roche respawn.
Oh, no. I mean, no Wraith King for 30. He wouldn't have reincarnate for another minute from now, so it's, even if your Wraith King was here, you wouldn't be able to go contest this because they still have the chrono. FN's going to try and frustrate them a little bit. Frustrating for long is the problem. They don't really have supports that can poke at that pit either. Looks like might just be a freebie for mudgolems. Brandy's going to chase him with the ink as well. Vance comes out and FM is Soulbind as well. Chrono's going to go down. They'll be able to get the kill on the Invoker and turn on the Beastmaster as well. It's just as one core respawns do go down. 33 cuts that back line, forces Shaman to defend himself, and the buybacks are coming out. Look to win. They need to fight to win, but they're not going to be able to in this rate. They're being picked apart one by one as they TP in. Ola Kulich gone as well. LtW will retreat, but the way they try and reinforce that fight just works to mudgolems' advantage.
They just kind of went in by one, and they're also doing it. This fight is pretty much. I also think this game very good to didn't have any chance. FN is just far behind. Gold, he has no levels. He's got this cute KDA score, but at the end of the day,
it's I mean, ironically enough, the Wraith King's team has been picked to the bone at this stage. They're so far behind in all roles.
Yeah, and also this is kind of I mean, I was saying before, like the last time I saw the Shadow Shaman, I feel like it wasn't a very FN.
Yeah.
Right.
The Moonlight Shadow, like this is the thing, when you're snowballing like this, Moonlight Shadow just makes the game so easy to play. Because you know that they don't have money to slap down mass entries. They can't see this coming.
I just feel like it's about, you know, Shaman has had very, very little. I also think they not really have the same kind of game that Fada had the last time.
Dire's bottom tower
has not really amazing, at least in
Neko having his skin on is kind of, you know,
Dire's
it preluded us for us. It kind of gave us an insight. It's like, well, this Enchantress is looking kind of dead. Definitely been the way he's feeling. You might not have that many deaths on the board. It's just, I mean, the game overall, like, yeah, it's not not that there's a lack of kills. It's just the way it happens is very methodical for mudgolems. They know that off the start, Skiter got to this game. It was always live to win and have to run on them.
Dire's middle tower
You
is
knew
under
that eventually there's going to be a point where you just trip yourself up. It's inevitable. It's very hard for them to execute as the Dire team here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Speaking of executions, who's going down here? Farday is going to be caught out, but reinforcements come in. Yeah, you get the Grim Stroke, but the price might be high. Both supports on the side of Lift to win it down. Mass Surfer Wars are down. And that's just more gold going into the Brother Voids. And oh. Please tell me that. Okay, that was their own. I thought that was the quickening charm for Lift to win for a second. That would have been painful. But it wasn't.
Ton and Boker.
Shadows, take us.
Still, even these kind of cute attempts at playing aggressively into the face of mudgolems are just starting to backfire consistently now for Lift to win. It feels like really the credit that you give to mudgolems the last few minutes is the way they're playing. It doesn't give Lift to win an opportunity to set up, right? They're so quick across this map. There's never a moment where Live to Win can be lingering on a lane, waiting to pick off X core.
Yeah, and I'm also looking over it. Man's level 12.
Just kind of cringing. Like, oh god.
Didn't supports are, you know, quite far ahead of this.
It's not really a hero that plays well from behind either. Like, you pick Beastmaster to kind of stomp the lane or come out somewhat ahead and, you know, pivot that into early towers. But I mean, the stupidity, like the way this is playing out, is him and the Shaman more or less do the same thing. They open up with a stun and then they die.
It already has.
And the quick
Does not really out anything.
No.
Time is money.
I don't think they can kill him once.
They can't even get any vision game going because Varanya's feeling so confident that he's carrying this gem at all times.
Oh, and he gets the Titans.
He will switch it out. He's like, you know what? Chrono cooldown, who cares? I can kill him outside of Chrono now. I'm my own independent carry and I don't need no big ulti.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's also just the... I'm not even sure. Die.
I like how he's got another satanic. It's just stacked them.
Dire's
It's like,
bottom
well,
tower
they do have a lot of lockdown.
Radiant structures are fortified.
You know, if they stun me for like
Dire's
10
middle
seconds,
tower is under
maybe
attack.
they kill me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under
Branya
attack.
is finally happy to have a quickening charm. He's like, yes! That's the dream. Whenever you're a voice for it, it's like, please get cooldown reduction. Please get cooldown reduction. You're just going to get more aggressive as well, by the way. Once you have level 20 on a voice for it, you just like, you randomly start spamming out astral steps to casually run around the map. It's so... it's freedom. It's freedom in a talent is what it is. I don't think Live to Win ever get freedom in a talent or freedom in an item right now. I mean, you've got this blink on your beast at least. That's something. But now who do you target with it really is the question. Because it's definitely not Faceless Void.
Gets reclaimed, but...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It served its purpose. He's about to hit 25 as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he just takes the backtrack. You know, you dodge one of those big crits and you're laughing. But at least with LtW now having this blink, like, they don't have to worry about how they deliver someone next to Wraith King, right? Like, there is a potential to maybe burst down some members of the team. It's just the window where the one that you enter into that kind of variable is skiter is gone. With 3k HP, your big crits don't mean diddly square. Like, at all.
Really don't. I mean, like you said, he's 5. Probably going for the backtrack talent. He butterfly. I think.
If he hadn't died earlier, it would have been a clean wrap completely for him. We'll forgive him that one. He's had one hell of a projection for his series.
Backtrack talent. He's got the butterfly.
Why is this talent in the game? Why?
How
mean, at
does
least
one
they-
go about killing this hero? I mean, all stuns laugh has duration. And he's got backtrack, 20, got 35% evasion. No MKB. Okay, LtW is kind of close. He will go short build, but not.
No.
Vent.
Well, they might be dead before that. And like Shadow gives an initiation forward on Afterlife, and he's heading exactly there to the Afterlife. Soulbind connects on the Doom, 12 moving in. The BKBs get triggered, 33, able to stand his ground. And with that Doom out onto the Wraith King, he should be going down once. Already lost immersion. They're just kind of ignoring Wraith King, because they'll go for more targets instead. They find FN with a Remnant. Silence follow up as well. Buyback's going to come out from the Shaman. First Life's already gone from the Wraith King, and FN is going to fall. Now they can turn around with the Chrono down. They'll just look to bring down the carry and flip to win, and ensure that there is no way that they can come back into this. As they'll chase forward on Sneko and clean him up as well. GG gets called. Mudgolems come back to take it 2-1.
Yeah, just this.
Radiant.
The bottom lane went so disastrous. We can credit that to the Shaman or plays from it to win or just. I mean, I think Fada did well on the group. Had a good showing in the lane. I feel like it was made very easy. I think the first game, I think the Live to Win had this kind of solid drafts and kind of quirky pick.